Hi there, Fawn here from Mom Powered Life, and today I want to talk about some actionable tips that will help you remain present throughout your day. Now, as the first quarter comes to a close, we've had 3 months of this year to really think and really progress in our goals. And a lot of times, either we forgot about the goals we made at the beginning of the new year's, or we're still hustling and we're still grinding and we just forget to be present. And it's so important because being present is kind of like a reset for ourselves. So, I want to give you some actionable tips, and if you can take one or two of these tips and sprinkle it throughout your daily life, I think mentally you will feel healthier and more satisfied at the end, and it will help you obtain your goals as well. So it's twofold. So I love a good twofer. So let's continue. So you probably heard the saying that tomorrow isn't promised or turn off your phone to be more present. But really, does it really work? Like, we hear it, but are we sure about this? So, again, I want to take this time to refocus our energy to becoming more present. And the first tip I want to talk about is focusing on your environment. So, the easiest way to do this is to take a minute to breathe and notice what's around you at that moment. So, for example, if you're outside, do you hear kids laughing? Do you see birds chirping? Do you see a squirrel running around? If you're walking down the street pushing your stroller, do you see any new stores around you? Just observe what's going on and just look around. That simple tip of just looking around will help you focus on being present. It's just that simple. And I want to note two things here. The first is Eckhart Tolle, who's a really famous spiritual person, said the key to mindfulness is to sit with your thoughts. So that's essentially what you're doing. And maybe you're not sitting because maybe you're running behind a kid, but notice what's going on. Again, birds flying around, swirls chirping, anything you can notice. Again, in that very second, you are being in the moment, and that is being present. Another thing that can help you is the Tide app. They have 1 minute exercises, very simple to do. And all you do is just follow along. This is long breath, short breath. You just follow along, and it's 60 seconds. And if you're ever feeling stressed, you can pull it out. That has helped me a ton. So simple, cheap, it's free. So, resolution that you can do to make yourself more present in any moment throughout your day. The second tip is being grateful for what you have. And MK and I are big believers in this. And there are many ways to do it. And MK, and as well as myself, we do it very differently, but other people do it differently as well. And I just wanted to point out a few different ways you can be grateful and show up in your everyday life. So there's, of course, the gratitude list, which can be done on your phone, in a notebook, on pieces of paper. It doesn't matter. You can also do it in a journal. You can buy a gratitude journal online. It's very simple to do. Plenty of people sell it as well. But it tells the universe that you're thankful and you deserve more positive things in your life. It's important to recognize that the universe loves positive reinforcement. It is key to essentially the root of all happiness, I feel like, just being grateful and positive. The more positive things you think, the more positive things will show up. It's really that simple. It sounds like it should be harder, but in reality, it's not. And we're all going to have good days and bad days. But again, if you take on the mindset of, you know what, I'm going to be positive, even though this crappy thing or this thing is going on, and you just sprinkle it in through your day, you're going to feel more joy at the end of it. So, one thing that Oprah Winfrey does when she wakes up every day is she says two words, thank you. Like, thank you for being alive. Thank you for being to see another day. And try to adapt this mantra in your life. Like, if you wake up, they say thank you. Or something happened, you'll just say it in your mind. You don't say it out loud, but it's something that just can reset you and make you more present. If you want to do something that's really simple and helpful as well, you can set your phone timer so that every day at 2 p.m. or every day at 4 p.m., whatever time you want, when a timer goes off, you can have a daily grateful moment. And it's just something simple, again, to bring you back to what's going on. The next thing is figure out exactly what makes you happy and when are your happy moments. Now, for example, you might get the most energy when you wake up in the morning. You know that this is your favorite time of day and you can plan accordingly. Or maybe the happiest time is nap time in the afternoon and you feel really energized, you feel like you can get anything done. So I suggest that when you find this happy moment, that's when you can figure out when you want to do your least favorite tasks. You'll probably be more productive and you can get through things faster at that point. How do you figure out what makes you happy and when that is? Check in with yourself. Realize how your body's feeling. Do you feel like you laugh easily or easier? You're smiling more? You feel at ease? Or do you feel like you're tensing up? You're clenching your teeth? Or you just feel like, I just can't breathe. I feel overwhelmed. That's how you're going to know what time of day. And if you do this for a couple of days, you'll probably see a pattern. Okay, so just pay attention to your ideal time and make a mental note of what you notice about yourself. So you'll be able to see a pattern and then you'll know when your happy moment is throughout the day. Okay, the next one is help others and be kind. You've probably heard that lots of times throughout your life. But when you are kind, you'll automatically feel good about yourself, and this leads to positive thoughts. So, some easy ways to not necessarily trick, but to show your brain that you're being kind and going through the motion is, of course, cleaning out your closet and donating your unused items. So, any clothes, any cookware. A lot of times, if you're too busy to go to a store in a certain neighborhoods, they will come and pick up, like Green Drop, I believe is one of them. And you can just go to greendrop.com and literally they will come and pick your items up for you. But there's other ones as well. You can just Google it in your area. You can bring a coffee to a coworker or a friend and just surprise them with it. Even if they don't ask, it might be a nice thing if you're dropping to get yourself one into Starbucks or some coffee shop, you can bring one for your coworker or your friend. What if you leave $5 on a stranger's windshield and write with a sticky note, have a nice day, have a beautiful day? I once did this for my life coach told me to do this a long time ago. And literally I did this for once a week, I believe for a month. So like literally $20, whatever. But it really changed my outlook when I was really harsh on myself. So that was pretty cool, I thought. But what else can you think of? So I'm going to leave it open to you, but think of some things like maybe give a sincere compliment to someone. There's so many things you can do, but just a simple act of being kind is really, really positive and will help you be more present as well. Limit worrying. So it's really hard to sit down and focus on all the things when so many negative things are surrounding us. Like you hear the news, you might see something in your neighborhood that's upsetting you. So there's so many things going on at once. Maybe you have some bad news in your family. Whatever it is, again, it's really hard to shield yourself. But as we all know, as we get older, we have to deal with things. So let's see if we can limit some worrying. One of the simple things you can do is to limit your exposure to the news. So if you're a person who watches the news or you just feel like you're missing out because you're not watching the news, maybe you can limit it to 15 minutes a day on CNN or another news site if you like that. Maybe it's just reading the headlines of the New York Times or the Washington Post. So you're still getting news in small nuggets, but you're not really getting bombarded with all the news from CNN constantly or reading the news or getting news alerts. So if you have that on your phone, take it off. No crazy news alerts. It's very scary and very depressing nowadays. One other thing you can do is you can sign up for the Skim. It's a daily weekday newsletter, and literally what they do is really early in the morning, they skim the news, and at I believe 5 or 6 a.m., you get an email that you can open up whenever you're ready throughout the day, and you can read about the top headlines, international and also local, some local news as well. And also it has a little bit pop culture in there too, so that's kind of fun to see as well. Another thing you can do is jot down everything in your notebook or smartphone's notepad that's bothering you. Just by simple act by writing it down does help. Okay? Schedule time to do this every day. Take a deep breath and repeat a mantra like, it's okay, everything's going according to plan. Thank you. Just try saying it over and over again until you feel calm. And then if all else fails, go to the Calm app in the App Store and watch a 2 or 3 minute clip on raindrops or ocean waves. Whatever makes you happy, watch that. Again, that will reset you really fast. The next thing is minimize physical things and surround yourself with only things you love. Marie Kondo preaches this. She's blue in the face. This is key. It's all about decluttering, right? It's important to see things, eat foods, and wear clothes that you love and what brings you joy because the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Let me repeat that again. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This means that if one little thing is off, everything can be off. So, if we have everything working together and not just individually, all together, you will feel definitely happier. So that means decluttering all the things around you. And we have a couple articles on our website, mompowerlife.com, that you can go through as well. But literally, that's the essence of it. In life coaching, we focus on 2 areas. This is called tolerations, which means eliminate things that are bothering us. And we have a quick activity that you can do on our website that we'll link to. And the other part is clean sweeps, which means getting rid of things that no longer serve us, whether it's behaviors, items, people, so we can have a life that we truly love. So just keep that in mind as you go through this. Focus on bringing anything into your house, anything into your life, anything into your body, food-wise, that you truly love. And do not do everything on your to-do list. Okay, that is a huge one because people get so stressed out saying that I have 20 things on my to-do list and they make it into a challenge with each other. Like, I have 20 things. Well, I have 30 things. Listen, we are all busy. Whether you have no kids, whether you have 6 kids, everyone is busy in America, it seems like nowadays. But what if you wrote out everything on your to-do list and didn't do everything? What if you picked every night or the first thing in the morning, you pick the top 2 essential personal tasks and the top 2 career or business tasks that you want to focus on that day? And what if you just focus on that? And if you got that done, you would be far better place mentally and you move the needle closer to where you want to be goal-wise. If you have a really hard time just writing 2 tasks down for each topic, again, personal and or career and business-wise, a good place to start is the best self journal. That is really a great place that it narrows things down for you a little bit easier. And the last thing is, I wanted to conclude a little bit of bonus here. What if you create a theme song? I just want to create a really fun thing to make you more present. What if you have a song that's on your phone, whatever song it is, and you focus on the words or the beat of the song? You watch your body move with it. You just focus on moving with the song or singing the words, and everything else is not important at that moment. The only thing important is the song that you're listening to. Double points if you have a dance party with your kids or your friends. But it's okay, you can do it solo too. It's all good. Just have a good dance. I just wanted to include this. I thought it was kind of interesting. I heard this the other day. Did you know that the majority of the world streams their music from YouTube? So it's not Spotify, it's not Pandora, it is YouTube, which I thought that was really interesting. So we all have access to YouTube. Most of us have smartphones. Find yourself a song. All right? So thank you for listening today. I hope this is helpful. I hope you will find something in here, just one tip, if you can take away anything, to remain present throughout your day. And you'll find more articles on our site. Again, it's mompowerlife.com. And if you go there and you sign up for our newsletters, you'll hear more of these tutorials and you'll see some freebies going forward. So I hope you have a good day and I hope you learned something. Take care.